Well, tonight we're going to speak and we're going to talk to the bleachers on this side. So if you're a spectator, I'm going to ask you to come on over here and have a seat on the north side of the ring. AYC youth, you guys can go ahead and come in the ring. The breeders that are here, you guys go ahead and come in the ring. I'll let the breeders stay standing up in front of the stage, and my 7 youth, I'll let you line up in the center of the ring. And our spectators come on over to the north side of the ring. Breeders, yep, you stand in front of here. Good job. Yep, you girl. Well, let's go ahead. For 6 of us, 6 girls. That's pretty cool. So we'll kind of, yeah, that'll be good. We can stay standing like this. So again, if you're a spectator, grandparents, breeders, I need you guys to come line up in the ring. I see y'all standing over there kind of hiding a little bit. James Felt, Robin Rutt, Kendi, you did good. You're in here. JJ, Wayne and Barble Ricks. Good idea. That's a good time to get a great. We got more cows than kids? Nope, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's all good. We're all good. Brian Stoller had to pick up. Wayne and Barb aren't here. Did you guys seen James? I've seen him over. I'll summon him. He's saying just to come out. James Felt, we need you at the show ring. James Felt. James Felt. James Felt, please come to the show ring. James Felt. Well, we're going to get started. So, young ladies, I guess we'll kind of, we told the crowd to come over yonder, but I guess we'll just kind of stay front and center and going to start at this end. And what we're going to do is we're going to make you each introduce yourselves, tell us where you're from, how old you are, and a little bit about yourself. So, we'll start on this end.
I'm Emery Bowman, and I'm from York. I'm 15 years old, and we show all different breeds of cattle.
I'm Kaylin Riesland. I am a senior at Pleasanton High School. I'm 18 years old. And last year I was in this program with Jeremy Schulte. And currently I'm showing shorthorn steers and Hereford heifers.
Hi, I'm Keisha Albert. I'm 15 years old. I go to Blue Hill Public Schools. Um, we show Gelbvieh and Balancer females and Herefords.
I'm Wacy Lang. I'm from Minden. I'm 12 years old, and we show all different types of cattle.
I'm Bristol McConville, and I'm from Lexington, and I'm 14, and we show Angus.
My name is Rachel Martinson. I'm from Humphrey. I'm 18, and we show all different breeds.
Okay, so now we're going to go up here and we're going to pick on this group. Don't you think that's a good idea? So we're going to start at this end. You guys introduce yourselves. Tell us where you're from. Tell us a little bit about your operation, how you market your cattle currently, and maybe some goals you have for 2025 to 26 for your operation.
My name's Kendi Migral. I am a owner and operator of KM Cattle. We mainly have Hereford cattle, and I guess a goal for us would be to win another national show. We were very fortunate in 2013 to win a national show, and or 23 to win a national show, and I guess it's to win another national show would be our goal.
JJ Beeler. I'm from Orleans. We have Galvay Balancer cattle. We kind of show state fairs, Denver stuff, and we have a bull sale in March, and looking forward to doing the AYC deal again.
It's all about building relationships. And I think there's a big posse here tonight for the Beeler family. So stand up. The Beelers are going to have a whole group and really a lot of exciting things that you guys have to look forward to. We're missing some breeders tonight. The weather has created all kinds of challenges this week. And you guys, as young ladies, are going to learn from your breeder you're partnered with. It's not easy being in the cattle business, is it? There's always going to be something go wrong. The weather is definitely not going to cooperate, let me tell you. And you know what? You're going to learn about different breeds. You're going to learn about how to get one show ready. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to get to travel to a whole lot of different events. You're going to learn to select a mating for your heifer because basically your breeder's going to be your boss for the next year. So they're going to be telling you what you should be doing with your heifer. They're going to say what you're going to breed her to, what you're going to feed her, when you can show her. Then when it comes time to come here next year with the heifer, before you come, they're going to help you learn about some marketing things, learn about making some phone calls to potential breeders that might be interested in your heifer. Maybe you'll do some social media marketing. Maybe you'll send a postcard out. So you have a whole lot of fun in front of you. Okay. So, Rachel, you're going to be partnered with Wayne and Barb Ulrichs at Norfolk, and Wayne and Barb couldn't be here tonight. So, you need to get a hold of them right away, make connections with them, make a time to go to their operation right away, sit down and get a plan when you're going to get your heifer. So, Miss Bristol, come on up here a second. So, how would you feel about learning a little more about the Hereford breed?
That sounds fine to me.
That sounds good. Want to introduce you to Kay and Kendi Meagrel. And so make sure you visit tonight, trade numbers, get a plan of when you're going to go to their place and learn about this heifer you get a show. So I'll let you go on over to the Meagrels. Well, Miss McWacy, I'm sorry, but you got partnered with one of the most hardworking ladies I know, and that would be Robin Rutt at Minden. And she is so excited to work with you. She's excited to have you come to the place. And she told me she has a very nice show heifer picked out. So you call Robin right away and tell her you're looking forward to meeting her, okay? And working with her.
Okay.
Thank you. Well, Miss Albert, you know, I decided you needed a different breed. Definitely not a Gelve, not a Hereford, something outside of your wheelhouse. So you're partnered with James Felt. So you're going to get to learn a little bit about the Simmental breed. My guess is he might be in the back of the barn helping fit on Slama's heifer. So that's probably where you'll find. James, you showed up. You know what? You're the last one to the party, so you got a speech to give. You need to tell these guys a little bit about your operation. Tell them like where you market your seed stock, maybe where you travel to, and I'm telling you, you got paired with a young lady that wants to show. So I hope you got some plans.
Well, I do actually have a plan. I always have a plan, whether or not what we're going forward all the time. But I have a fall heifer in mind that actually, when I get home, I would like to breed. So then bring her back here next year as a cow calf pair, and she's a Perseverance daughter. Well, she's a double up out of a Perseverance heifer that was top selling bred heifer from Bob and Nick Dwyer a few years ago, and I think there's a lot of future to her. I guess we run a couple hundred head of Simmental and Simangus cows. We have our own bull sale, bred heifer sale, and I've came up in this junior program, marketed cattle here and numerous other places. And I was a young kid and got started, and I'm really looking forward to the next generation coming up, and I hope I can be an impact in your life and breeding program and maybe be a Simmental influence after the summer.
Awesome. Thanks, James. And make sure you guys get each other's numbers. You get a plan of when you're going to head up to James's place. And if you need a ride and you want me to go along, you just let me know anytime. You know, kind of, and we'll almost call it a poster of a perfect example of what the Classic wanted this AYC program to be was a few years ago when a young man by the name of Spencer Walahoski, and he's not here tonight, but I'm going to pick on him anyway. I can remember very, very clear in my mind the night when I announced who he was partnered with. And the minute I said JJ Beeler and he was going to have Gelve cattle, you could just read this young man's face because he was a club calf guy. I mean, he just showed clubby steers, and I know he was thinking, what are we doing? But I tell you what, he embraced and he developed a relationship with JJ and the friendship they've made. And what JJ taught that young man about the Gelve breed, he was able to learn about the breed, learn about the positive impact that the breeder had, as well as he's got a huge posse of friends. And so that is what the AYC program is about. And so, very excited and honored, Miss Kaylin Riesland. You're going to be partnered with JJ. And I know you like showing Gelves and you want to hit the road running. And my guess is he's got a plan. He wants to win shows and travel all over. And so, you put the pressure on him. You make sure you and your family get a time, go down to Orleans, meet them, get to know them, and hang out with the posse a little bit. Well, Miss Emery, I am sorry your breeder is the one that's running late. Brian Stoller with Bear Mountain, he's going to partner with you. But he said to tell you and your family that he'll meet you guys by the Prina tent tonight. And so he wants to meet you. He's all excited. And, you know, the one thing about this AYC program is, as you guys notice, we get the breeders involved. They keep doing it because they like it. So, James and me girls, the pressure's on. You're in now, you're hooked. Um, Embrace this. Take the time to get to know them, be their friends, learn about the program. Tell them you want to go to a show. If it's Gelve Junior Nationals you want to go to, and I looked, it's in Tennessee, so there's no pressure, JJ. But I'd get a plan made if I was you. And that's just one example. Trust me, I'm going to put the pressure on James Feld over there, and I'm going to tell him, all right, there's a lot of Simmental things that we need to get started happening. So we're going to have some fun. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Let's thank the breeders. Congratulations to these young ladies. Girls, the year's all yours. So go make some connections. Thanks. Have tons of fun. The one thing, too, is when you get your heifer, call me because we want to insure her, okay? Home agency will work with you on that, get the insurance, because you know what? If something's going to happen to one, it's going to be the one you don't want it to. So make sure we get them insured, okay? Thanks, girls. Go meet your breeders, and we'll see you next year back here with a bred heifer. Well, while we got a few minutes here, we're going to make another special presentation, and I'm going to make a phone call. And Joe Kaiser, come on out here with me. We uh, we have the Ron Miller Memorial Herdsman of the Year kind of award that breeders vote on, and this guy's in the back of the barn. And only because I called him last year for something else, we're going to call him again and see what he says. Hey, Doug, can you do me a favor? Could you come to the show ring really quick?
What am I doing now?
I have something for you that you got to come to the show ring really quick. It won't take long, I promise.
Okay.
All right, see you in the show ring. I don't, yeah, well, I give. I'm going to get the traveling deal. Okay. And I'm going to keep it, but I'm going to put Ron's ashes in it. I have Ron's ashes. Oh, wow. But you know what? I open up the cup. I did, Ron. I do. You need to come into the ring, Doug. You know, when you think about Supreme Row or you think about the pen of five heifers outside, it's one man comes to our minds right away, and that's Ron Miller. And, you know, sometimes when I hear the shuffle in the hall from someone, I'll think about Ron. And those of you that have been a part of the Classic or you've showed at Denver and different places, he was no stranger. And he was the kind of guy that no matter what was going on, he always had the time for a visit. He would help anybody here at the Classic. And he really had a passion and was always wondering, what are you going to be doing new at the Classic, Renette? What's the next plan? You know, what's something new? And had it in his mind that he wants it to carry on for generations and generations to come. And so when Ron passed away, it's been 3 years ago now, 4 years ago in Denver. And a group of breeders, the Classic board, and myself said that we want to recognize him every year. And, you know, the one thing that really took me back was, and I know it took the Classic board back, was Ron had designated locations for his ashes to go. And so the Classic got some ashes. I think Nebraska State Fair got some ashes. National Western got some ashes. And I was just telling these guys, or I was telling Joe, that Ron sits in my cupboard. I haven't got him put into a box yet and done some things. And sometimes when I'm a little baffled or maybe having a bad day, I'll open up the cupboard and say, "What do you think, Miller?" Because, you know, he would call and do a lot of things. And Joe Kaiser, you and Mark Seffinga, the Cisco's, you were all very much so instrumental. We have an investment of some dollars that you guys put towards, and it sits there. And every year we present a breeder with the award and a plaque, as well as $250. And so, Joe, I'm going to let you tell a little bit about Ron and our award.
Ron Miller really had a passion for the pen cattle, and he also had a passion for people, and he had a passion for youth. And just in his memory, we like to continue this on, and we like to pick a fella that kind of represents what Ron did, what Ron stood for. He was just a very special person to a lot of us. And so this year, we'd like to honor you, Dad, and all the things you do, and the things that you do, and with the youth, and the gun that you donated back. I think that is huge, and that shows your commitment for youth. And I think Mr. Miller would be very proud of honoring you with that.
I don't know if you ever met him, Doug, or not, but trust me, you guys would be friends. I could see you sitting over at a table and he would just grab you and you'd be sitting there for hours visiting. And so thanks for all you do. Thanks for being a friend of the Classic. And you're exactly right. You know, that's exactly the vision that how Ron was, you know, always wanting to give back to other people, Doug. So thank you. And next year you'll get presented. We'll have a plaque. There's been some laying on the table up there, and you'll have a plaque. It'll have your name on it. And so thank you. Thanks for being a very humble individual. Thanks, guys. Well, everybody wants to make their way around the ring here. In a few minutes, we're going to get our Supreme Bull Drive underway. Again, everybody, please make your way around the ring. We're going to get our Supreme Bull Drive underway. Bulls are first tonight. Want to introduce and recognize the Classic Board and thank them for all their hard work for the last few days. They're not done yet. They volunteer their time throughout the year. Several of them travel from a lot of long ways away. They're all located at different parts of the state of Nebraska. First and foremost, want to introduce the president of the Classic Board. He wears a couple hats. Randy Lenz, he's from Elm Creek. He's with Prina Mills. Been a part of the Classic since it started. So thanks, Randy, for all you do. Jeremy Schulte right here at Kearney. Thank you. Ben Keep at Scotia. Krista Dibdall at Newcastle, Nebraska. Stuart Gilbertson, Kearney. George Janning, Kearney. John Herrick, Amherst. Dick Holman, he's sitting in the stands tonight. And I'm going to give a shout out to his wife. You know, you've been helping us all week. Greatly appreciate all your hard work and help. Jeff Bash isn't here. Janice Wolfinger, I know she isn't around tonight either. So thanks, guys, for all your hard work and everything you do for the Classic. Well, I know our team is lining up all the bulls back there, and as the girls get them started coming forward, want to recognize a shout out to our photography crew, Maria and her great group of girls. Thanks for being here. Thanks for capturing all the photos. Huge, huge sponsor. Thank you. Without the sponsors, we couldn't do any of these things we do. We've thanked the Cattlemen. We recognize all the challenges they've had. But these sponsors, they've showed up, they've been here, and they've committed the time. So thanks to everybody for being a part of the Classic. Attention, all the cattlemen in the bar, all you guys in the bar, come on over here to the show ring, please. Come to the show ring, watch this. There's lots of people in the bar. Come on over here and watch the Supreme Champion. You got all the champions that have been here. Gary, Pony Express, Rob, you guys are sitting over there. Come on over to the show ring for a few minutes, guys. Well, I'm going to introduce our three gentlemen that have the challenge tonight of selecting our Supreme Champions for us. And the Classic will actually score and we will announce the top three bulls. We've got David Spencer. David's coming to us from Gibbon here. Him and his wife Tish own J6 Farms by Gibbon. They farm and ranch. They run mostly red Angus cattle, commercial cattle, and they have a backgrounding operation. J6 is a family operation that has been blessed to be able to work alongside with their family and their children. They've showed very successfully for many years all across the nation. He's been a part of the Classic. His kids were a part of the Classic Junior show. We're very grateful you took the time to come in tonight, David. Next up, we have Darby Line. Darby Line is coming to us from Miller, Nebraska. Darby and his family run Triangle J Ranch. Darby and his wife, Annette, They have 5 boys that they've raised on their ranch, and several of the boys I know are back involved, and you got the next generation. And, you know, Darby didn't put it on here, but you're up to 3 generations that are a part of the ranch now, so that's pretty exciting. They run a Simmental Angus operation, currently running about 1,500 head of mama cows. They have a registered herd. They sell approximately 600 yearling bulls every year with 3 production sales, and they sell about 300 females each year. And Darby, thanks for taking the time to come in tonight. And next up is Austin Wieselmeyer. Austin is with Vision Angus from Holyoke, Colorado. Grew up on a registered Angus seed stock operation, showing cattle all over. He's attended Butler Community College in El Dorado, Kansas, where he was a member of the 2019 Junior Collegiate Livestock Judging Team. He then transferred to K-State University, was a member of the 2020 National Livestock Judging Team. He graduated in 21 with a Bachelor in Animal Science. He now works for Suter Feeds as a cattle nutrition consultant. He covers central Nebraska and Colorado, and yet still being very involved in Vision Angus that currently hold their annual bull sale March 3rd in North Platte. Austin, thanks for taking the time to travel in tonight. You guys have the hard challenge. They each have their scorecards. They'll be ranking their top 4 choices, and they'll turn it into myself and a group of board members. So we'll see if the girls are just about ready here, and we'll start bringing the bulls in. Are you guys ready? Sorry, wrong child. So we'll check and see with our team here if we've got all the bulls back here tonight. Yep, they get about half. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get our Supreme Champion Bull Drive underway. Your champion horned Hereford Bull. Your champion horned Hereford Bull was consigned by Moeller Family Farms of Grand Island, Nebraska. He sold to Steve Happold of Doniphan, Nebraska. Your champion polled Hereford Bull. Your champion polled Hereford Bull was consigned by MCM Polled Herefords of Air, Nebraska. He sold to Brad Mills of Stratton, Colorado. Your champion percentage Simmental Bull. Your champion percentage Simmental Bull was consigned by Hope Cattle Co. of Odo, Nebraska. He sold to Joseph Cromer of Falls City, Nebraska. Your champion purebred Simmental Bull. Your champion Simmental bull was consigned by New Trend Cattle Co. of Boley, Oklahoma, and sold to Jeff Fouts of Hildreth, Nebraska. Your champion purebred Simmental bull. Your champion Angus bull. Your champion Angus bull was consigned by J.J. Beeler of Orleans, Nebraska, and sold to Willis Hunt of Hastings, Nebraska. Your champion Balancer Gelve bull. Your champion Balancer Gelve bull was consigned by J.J. Beeler of Orleans, Nebraska, and sold to Steinkruger Farms, Al and Mary Knapp, and Willis Hunt, all of Upland, Nebraska. Your champion Charlet bull. Your champion Charlet bull was consigned by Lashley Cattle of Curtis, Nebraska, and sold to Miles Knuck of Osceola, Nebraska. Your champion Shorthorn bull. Your champion Shorthorn bull was consigned by Crawford Family Shorthorns of Roca, Nebraska. He sold to Kegley Cattle of Kearney, Nebraska. Your champion Maine Anjou bull. Your champion Maine bulls was consigned by Mark Dorsey of Morse Bluff, Nebraska. He sold to Neighbor Farms of Utica, Nebraska. Your champion Kiania bull. Your champion Kiania bull was consigned by Bowman Cattle of York, Nebraska, and sold to 3BA Ag of York, Nebraska. Your champion Limousine bull. Your champion Limousine bull was consigned by Crazy Woman Creek of Rushford, Minnesota, and he sold to Diamond P Limousine of Nebraska City. Your champion Red Angus bull. Your champion Red Angus bull was consigned by TLC Livestock Services of Rushford, Minnesota, and sold to Brad Mills of Stratton, Colorado. I'm going to ask everybody ringside to really put their hands together because, you know, it hasn't been an easy few days for all these cattlemen. Let's congratulate them and thank them for being here, guys. Well, now we'll let our three judges go to work. They've got the challenge of marking on their cards. We'll let them walk through the aisle here a little bit, and when they're ready, we'll put the bulls in motion. You guys will literally come all the way back around and you'll line back up in the center like you were. So we'll get the horned bull back over. Stay along the outside of the fence. Make your way all the way around. Well, again, want to recognize and thank the three gentlemen for their time tonight traveling in. David Spencer at Gibbon, Nebraska, Darby Line at Miller, and Austin Wieselmeyer from Holyoke, Colorado. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to put your hands together one more time and congratulations to each and every one of these guys. We're going to go third place. Your third place Supreme Bull goes to your Champion Balancer Galvay Bull, consigned by J.J. Beeler of Orleans, sold to Steinkugger Farms, Alan Mary Knopp, Willis Hunt of Upland. Your second place bull goes to your Champion Polled Hereford Bull. Your Champion Polled Hereford Bull was consigned by MCM Polled Herefords of Air, Nebraska, and sold to Brad Mills of Stratton, Colorado. Your 2025 Supreme Champion Bull goes to your Champion Percentage Simmental Bull, consigned by Hope Cattle Co. of Odo, Nebraska, and sold to Joseph Comer of Falls City, Nebraska. Congratulations to all. Make sure our bulls go to the backdrop, get pictures, get your banners. Again, congratulations. Thanks, guys. Make sure you're exiting out on this end. Let our bull exhibitors get exited out. We'll kind of get you holding out there to wait a second here, and we'll get ready to do our females. We'll give them just a couple minutes. We've got some leaders and vest switch to take place, so we'll give these guys just a few minutes, and we'll get ready to do the ladies. Want to rectify the buyer on our Supreme Champion Bull is Samantha Dutton from Maxwell, Kansas. Congratulations. You won $1,000 back, young lady. So congratulations. We're ready for our Supreme Champion female drive. Your champion horned Hereford heifer. Your champion horned Hereford heifer is consigned by KM Cattle of Ravenna, Nebraska. Your champion horned Hereford heifer sold to Brooke Day of Loop City, Nebraska. Your champion polled Hereford heifer. Your champion polled Hereford heifer consigned by Riddle & Co. of Hildreth, Nebraska. Your champion polled Hereford sold to Weston Robinson of Wilcox, Nebraska. Your champion percentage Simmental heifer. Your champion percentage Simmental heifer was consigned by Slama Simmentals of Dorchester, Nebraska. She sold to Ellingsworth Farms of Funk, Nebraska. Your champion purebred Simmental heifer. Your champion purebred Simmental heifer was consigned by New Trend Cattle Co. of Borley, Oklahoma. She sold to Rachel Martinson of Humphrey, Nebraska. Your champion Angus heifer. Your champion Angus heifer was consigned by Cisco Brothers of Syracuse, Nebraska. She sold to Dave Kraus of Burr, Nebraska. Your champion Balancer Gelve heifer. Your champion Balancer Gelve heifer was consigned by September Farms of Franklin, Nebraska. She sold to Brad Mills of Stratton, Colorado. Your champion Charlet heifer. Your champion Charlet heifer was consigned by Benish Cattle Co. of Valparaiso, Nebraska. Your champion Charlet sold to Jada Wood of McCook, Nebraska. Your champion Shorthorn heifer. Your champion Shorthorn heifer is consigned by Kaiser Cattle Co. of Gothenburg, Nebraska. She sold to Austin Mers of Fall City, Nebraska. Your champion Key heifer. Your champion Key heifer was consigned by Charlie Tesh and Miller Brothers of Oakland, Iowa. Your champion Key heifer sold to Diamond P Cattle of Franklin, Nebraska. Your champion AOB heifer. Your champion AOB heifer is consigned by Crazy Woman Creek of Rushford, Minnesota. Your champion AOB heifer sold to Snell Show Cattle of Red Cloud, Nebraska. Your champion limousine heifer. Your champion limousine heifer was consigned by Diamond P Limousine and PBC of Nebraska City, Nebraska. Your champion limousine sold to Torgeson Farms of Aberdeen, South Dakota. Your champion Red Angus heifer. Your champion Red Angus heifer was consigned by H&H Cattle of Wisner, Nebraska. Your champion Red Angus sold to Brad Mills of Stratton, Colorado. Your champion AYC heifer. Your champion AYC heifer was consigned by Bear Mountain Angus of Palisade, Nebraska, and was exhibited with Nora Sonnefeld of Minden, Nebraska. Your champion AYC heifer sold to Bolte Farms of Blue Hill, Nebraska. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you, let's put our hands together and thank all of these exhibitors for being here. They've been here for a few days. They fought the weather, they fought the cold, the ice, and I know they've got people at home that are probably wondering if they're ever going to make it back to work. So thanks, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of the Classic. And now, once again, our three judges have the task to select on their cards the top 4 females out here. And we will recognize the top 3 females from the 2025 Classic sales. Well, Randy, I'm going to put you on the hot seat as the president of the board. And I know you guys have been doing lots of brainstorming. And, you know, the cattlemen and the breeders are the foundation of what the Classic's all about. You guys are the most important link. And I like to reference it. You're almost first base. If we don't have you guys, we don't have anything. And I guess, Randy, you can kind of reiterate, you know, they're the priority, and we're going to go to work on figuring out how we can get more breeders involved and make it better for the breeders.
Exact. Thank you, Renette. You do an awesome job. We got awesome cattlemen here, and we're just gonna change focus. And we listened to a lot of you people yesterday, and and just like every event, things change, and we're gonna pursue.
It'll be fun. You know, the Classic has 3 events held annually now, and we'll look forward to the pop-up will be coming up, the fall edition, and 2025 will fly before we know it. And, you know, we've got a big day tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got that commercial heifer sale. We'll be at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, we'll have our fancy heifer show. We'll have our steers on parade. We've got an awesome set of fancy heifers and steers for selection for boys and girls. The juniors are rolling in. I know they're anxious to get in the barn. The Classic will present over $24,000 back to boys and girls that purchased cattle a year ago. And it's basically a reward program. There's a junior division, intermediate division, a senior division, And within those divisions, first place pays $1,000 and we pay all the way down to fifth place. So keep that in mind the next day for our final wrap up of sales, of getting your boys and girls involved in those programs and being a part of a networking and some tours. And we've talked about doing a variety of different things throughout the year, taking these sponsors and putting on different events, and going to have a lot of fun in 2025.
Yep. Appreciate all the sponsors here. It's not easy, but they always come out with plenty of funds if it's worth it. And I think the youth and bringing the next generation up to another level, and then also appreciate you guys bringing in these cattle, the show, and then also sell. So.
All right, one more time, guys. Let's thank these judges. You know, they're cattlemen. They took time out of their schedule to come here. Put your hands together. Thank them for being here tonight, guys. Okay, one last time. Put your hands together before we make our announcement of our Supreme Champions. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here. Your third place overall female goes to your champion, Polled Hereford Heifer, coming to you from Riddle & Co. at Hildreth, sold to Weston Robinson of Wilcox. Your reserve supreme female goes to your champion AYC, coming to you from Nora Sonnefeld at Minden and Bear Mountain Angus at Palisade. She sold to Bolte Farms at Blue Hill. Your 2025 Supreme Champion female goes to the champion Kiania Heifer, consigned by Charlie Tesh, Miller Brothers of Oakland, Iowa. And I hope Charlie's listening. For you, those of you guys didn't realize, Charlie had a massive heart attack last week. He's at the med center, kind of in tough shape. So I hope you're listening online, Charlie. He's been dreaming of this and appreciates everything Jonathan did. That female sold to Diamond P Cattle at Franklin. Congratulations, all exhibitors. Make your way to the picture backdrop. Huge thank you. Again, your Supreme Champion exhibitors get $2,500 and your buyers get $1,000. Congratulations to all. We'll send our judges to the picture backdrop and we'll let everybody get reorganized and change and meet us at the picture backdrop.